Foolish, mein Fräulein.
Paimon feels like a whole new Paimon! Still spinning the Coholas. Oh, and Atea's yelling at some.
Hey, you guys. Sleep well last?
Yep.
Glad you like it.
Hey, Mualani!
Yeah? What do you need?
The team sent out to fight in the night.
And Kachina?
Kachina, but don't worry.
That's a relief.
Exactly.
All right, thanks for... Jeez, she sounded a little anxious.
Mualani, like,
At a glance, but through our 500 years ago. That's right. And Natlan was the worst affected of all. It took the combined efforts of the then Pyro Archon and Hero. Even so, our tribe's waters were contaminated. It was like each disaster was exactly. We now believe.
And that's how it.
Yes. Luckily, now
You must have had.
every battle, responsibility. But to think that my name could survive in ballads passed down to future generations, it's kind of romantic. Everyone has something that drives them. Anyway, let's hit the sea's not go.
Whoa, this.
Of course. Kachina's gonna be so flustered. She's never had this many eyes on her before.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like the kind of person.
Looks like I'm just in time.
Kenichi!
Yeah, a commission.
Yeah, it's all taken care of.
Hey, look! Is it about to.
That's right. Come on, let's go somewhere.
Warriors of Natlan, heed the call of life. We are the inheritors of memory and legend. Those who grew alongside sun and wind. Those who forged our own destiny and future. That is Natlan's fire, the lifeblood of our nation.
I could not find Kachina.
What?
Usually once the Otis...
What's going on? This has never happened. Well, I think it's pretty obvious. Clearly, the team sent to think about it. Since the Archon...
Hey! You just haven't gotten over the fact that Kachina...
Pathetic.
Your wild guesses are
Maybe you did. But who's to say whether that little girl even... Why would the YUB recognize someone like her? Even if she was on the winning team.
How dare you insult a... Kachina sacrificed herself to repel the abyss! She doesn't deserve to be subjected to your...
Calm down, Mualani.
I can't just sit here and let them slander her like...
To insult a hero of Natlan.
You...
Think about it, everyone. Who do you think is really at... Or the great Pyro Archon? Why would the rules of our nation... That's true.
Maybe the YUB and...
I mean, that...
Kachina wouldn't have run! That's not...
No! She's been waiting no matter how daunting the situation. No matter how scared she might feel. She's always the first person to stand up and face it head on. We don't even know what happened. So don't you dare try to use this as an excuse to vent your anger or slander her reputation.
Fine. We'll find out what happens soon enough. Then, we'll see who truly deserves glory.
That's enough. There is no doubt about today's victory, or Kachina's part in it. She is a hero worthy of our admiration and celebration. However, the failure of today's ceremony is undeniable. Kachina has not been rekindled, and I offer you all my deepest apologies as I continue to investigate this matter. To prevent further casualties, I have decided to suspend the pilgrimage until this matter is resolved.
What?
No one is all-knowing. No one is infallible, not even myself. But doubt is a means by which we seek the truth, not a weapon we wield against others.
I didn't mean it that way, Archon.
If there are things you wish to clarify, then ask me directly. Doubt my answer if you wish, but now's your chance.
No,
Even though I have said no-
That guy doesn't even...
I have a question, Archon. My friend Kachina, I know you said you were
I've already shared- So,
Of course I'll join.
in that case,
We should join them.
oh, and if it's- Rest assured, everyone, once again,
Did she...
I believe she did.
The situation is urgent, so I'll get straight to the point. There's been unrest in the night until we find an-
And that means...
That's correct.
How long will that take?
It's hard to-
Kachina always dreamed she wasn't afraid of whenever we sat down together, exhausted from training. She would always hum the ode. She was supposed to come back to us. We were supposed to hug her and celebrate with her and share. We supported her. Sit peacefully.
That's not...
It's all right. Believe me, but please, hear what I have to say so I can at least, considering the recent attack on your tribe, I believe the Abyss has found a new means of the sacred flame. If we continue to hold the pilgrimage but if we stop altogether, the sacred flame will only grow weaker. The Abyss will scale.
If we compare the two... Sorry, the raw truth can be cruel.
But what would you say,
No. Yes.
And that is the crux of the problem. Either way, there will be, once doubt has crept in, their ultimate goal to prevent what happened to Kachina from happening. Then, we have to... I understand.
Wow. Hyman thought things were gonna get...
I owe you an apology, Archon.
We could always hold the...
I've considered that, but without the chance to fight with fewer participants.
So, essentially...
You've learned about staying there for your sense of self. Imagine I won't sugarcoat it.
Just like you said, Archon. You can focus all your effort.
The Abyss poses...
Kachina's waiting...
I failed to protect her.
Traveler?
Understood. Then I'll support the Masters of the Night. If we can find then comes the hard part.
But isn't the...
Under normal circumstances, only the consciousness can enter. But there is, however...
That's fine by me.
Same here.
So,
Seat Lolly of the Masters of the Nightwind. It was originally...
That was the artifact.
Thank you so much for your help, everyone.
Your thanks are unnecessary. Besides, you're the... Traveler, I certainly didn't expect I've heard all about your accomplishments. Why? Is that...
yeah, things were...
That's perhaps even more. Ideally, that.
Oh, I almost forgot. Atea was wounded in the fight against it. Embodies
I didn't think if things were different, the two of us. But
You said you didn't want to jeopardize.
you're right. The gradual corrosion as things stand. The abyss has brought catastrophe.
We can't let the.
No, but if I said nothing at all,
Another simple choice.
I have never subscribed. Let's go.
You mean?
Yes. The sacred flame must. So until our hero.
But that can only last so long.
Don't let desperation. Those chosen by the. All we can do is.
Even so, for you.
If I possess great strength, but I'm not above my people. This is part of my duty.
Archon, it's the Fatui!
The Archon of Natlan. A force to be reckoned with. The secret of the ley lines is no secret to me. Long have they been destined for ruin. And since the oath made 5 centuries ago remains unfulfilled, what use is the Gnosis in your hands?
I don't know what you mean. But it sounds like this is about more than the Tsaritsa.
In times of crisis, someone must pick up the mantle of salvation. Your plan has reached an impasse, and now it falls to me to create new rules for Natlan. But before the dawn of a new age, the old must be destroyed.
I assume that's the end of your speech? Good. People like us. Let our blades do the talking! Masters of the Night Wind. Send word. The captain and his followers must be apprehended.
Are you alright, Archon?
He was a formidable opponent.
I never imagined someone. If the Saritsas.
Yeah.
The Harbingers are all, but I'm sure the cap.
Whatever his motive.
No. We're running. The wound I inflicted should hold him back, and besides,
In other words, there are traitors among us.
not necessary. When we exchanged Kanich, go to the Masters of the Night Wind.
Of course, I'll head out right now.
Yes. Natlan's strength. Together we foresaw the only path that leads to our nation's future. We...
Is everything okay,
completely fine. Just lamenting the fact I just hope the others have a safe journey.
What's happening at the stadium? Did some...
It feels like the Archon unleashed her.
Should we go back?
Have faith in the Archon.
Once we find Kachina's ancient name.
Okay, let's just...
That's Wyna, the tribal chief. Let's head over to him.
Chaska.
Nice to see you again. I'm afraid we don't have time for...
Whoa, hold on a sec.
My friend Kachina.
Rescuer? From the night?
That's right.
I'm sorry, but the nature of battle is...
I appreciate what you're trying to...
I thought you might say that.
Is something wrong? Life isn't complete.
If you're that determined.
Thank you.
Huh. Seems like you two go way back.
Oh, Chaska's a peacekeeper. Her younger sister...
Oh, you have a younger sister.
Yes. But let's get back to business.
As you probably know, your intended destination is completely different from the real world. The Night, in that sense,
We couldn't do that ourselves.
with a little practice, I'm sure you could. You have this...
Who?
Vichama. Oh, he's got a keen eye.
Bichama?
He's one of Auntie Atea's. Where can we find him?
Ever since Malco.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Someone admiring the sea. Hello there, are you Vichama?
That's me. Did you need something? What? No.
Are you okay?
Everything's fine. After I help you find...
Your friend?
Yes.
That's not a problem.
Yeah.
Then we're agreed. I see. From what I can tell, once the connection is established,
Wow, you got all...
I just picked up on that. I'll go find an open air.
We'll go right away.
First,
Wait, are you saying you're...
by creating something
Oh, I see.
right. I need one. Normally, you can only get a...
Gotcha!
All right, let's split up. See that clearing? Oh, and you can...
What do you think, Chaska?
I appreciate it. Anyway, it'll take some time to set everything...
What an odd guy. He seemed so defeated, but also really invested in the stone at the same time.
I don't have any more insight. Hang on, Kachina.
Hook ropes? As in rock climbing equipment?
Yes. How much?
Oh, the whole thing?
Deal.
Wait.
What, you want me to drive down?
Oh, no problem at all. I'll even pass along some information on the house. All right.
Now we need the obsidian. Let's go talk to the...
Excuse me, do you sell obsidian?
Why, yes.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Relax. Everything's...
I know, it's just Kachina always...
Well, would you look at that? I did bring an extra. Here you go, young lady.
Perfect! Thank you.
If you hadn't shown up, here you go. How's he doing?
Do you know what happened between...
I heard about it at Malco's 5 years ago, but on the eve of...
Then what happened?
The team agreed that Vichama didn't... It's just... Vichama went into a deep... Oh, you're not... I've tried... The abyss has caused... Anyway.
Did you get everything?
Yep, it's all here.
I've made all the necessary. As agreed, I'll help you. Go ahead. After Malco fell, if I had been there, I've always...
But that happened. The Pyro Archons...
There might not... All right. Let's get to it. Make sure you prepare...
Look at that golden thing. It must be one of those fragments Vichama mentioned. Let's get closer.
How much longer, Vichama?
Not long. We're getting close.
Vichama!
Quick! Take it! I found Kachina's ancient name. Hang in there, Malco. Just a little longer.
Something's not right.
The abyss is corroding his body.
I should have died, but I just need a little more time. Please, I'm almost there. Thank you.
Whoa, watch out! The power of the Abyss is strong.
This power.
Hanging in there?
Malco. No!
We can't wait any longer.
I already tried.
But in that case, get back!
Chaska, wait!
Ouch! What happened just now? It looked
The stone's power was spiraling out of control. You were all caught in the shockwave of the explosion.
Give us a heads up next time, will you?
I thought I said to get back.
Yeah, barely a second before you made it go poop.
Okay.
At least Kachina's ancient... Vichama!
Vichama!
I couldn't find Malco. Once your ancient name, and now...
Vichama.
I'm sure he's heard enough
Huh? What?
Huh? This is...
Hey, Mel.
Not enough to swing a...
I never thought of...
Guess I have something to be thankful. Pisak. Maybe you're right. Vichama, don't be sad. Just keep on living. For the book.
Was that?
Seems like we were able to salvage...
Of course. See, but...
A deeper
Malco, for all these years...
Vichama.
I'm fine. When you asked for my help, but once allowed to fester, guilt strips us of our most valuable. If I could do it that way, even if there are critical junctures, that's something...
Thank you, Vichama. I promised I would find her.
That's good to hear.
Once abyssal corrosion enters the body. Thanks to her, though. Just speaking from experience.
Anyway, we've recovered Kachina. Oh,
Koichi, are you...
I think you know exactly.
Honestly, it's just... They're back.
Koichi?
Don't play my apologies,
I'll be just a moment.
Who was that?
Koichi.
Jack, it's not really my story to tell. She was afflicted. That strength of will put...
For some reason?
Well,
I remember those. Eventually, it sounds like she's still...
that's...
Oh, I get it.
I'm all for your adventure. Still, I can
All right, it's just the two...
I don't have anything to say.
That attitude is exactly the problem.
Well, technically...
Again with the We agreed, but a trick...
What do you mean, sneak into the
You bought off Uncle Wina, didn't
You feel like he went back on his word.
Oh,
This is important.
you don't know that?
All right, whatever. Time out.
Chaska, does it sound like...
Then
But the person you become...
that's a different issue.
I've also told...
Sometimes you have to make sacrifices. All right, let's stop this here.
Is that a threat? That sounds like a threat.
Koichi!
So,
Then support me.
so, that's...
You two.
Something you wanted to say?
I know you aren't...
Really?
You know, I said that very thing. It's not my place to get...
Thank you.
Anytime. According to Kini.
If only Tone Gift...
It might be in a few more pieces.
Huh? I see. Still, stay safe out there in the night camp.
We're back! We found
Well, it's fairly...
the Fatui again?
But what if the Fatui...
Look, I wish still.
I can also step
There's no need to be so modest.
Archon,
You have nothing to be... Well, now that we have Kachina's ancient name, let's go...
What is this place? Hey, isn't that Atea's...
Good eye.
Whoa. It looks like there are items.
I suppose you could think of it as and physical items. Now, I still have, if you're curious.
Alright, we'll have a... There are so many jars.
No, those Yamaya isn't. The tools you see here, the contents of the jars.
Ooh, must be...
Grape juice.
Huh?
It's quite tasty, although... The powder still needs some time to settle. Well...
Yeah, if each of this every...
That's right. They demonstrate the true...
The shape...
Most people perceive time as a linear concept, almost like a straight line that can only move forward. But there's also a
One?
Let's say your journey ended right now. Exactly. Take out a portion of that, the future. Of course, humanity excels at living in the present. While the pilgrimage, and only by uniting the people of Natlan across to come up with such a set of rules. The first Pyro Archon must have put... That's correct. Namely, a framework. By holding the pilgrim... In addition, the sacred...
So, it all comes down to the power of the divine Wait, is that a family portrait?
Yes. I turned a piece of my...
Your sister is so... Paimon was having a... It really doesn't look like there was any...
A little late for that.
Sorry, Paimon's...
No matter what others becoming the Archon, my father one time, we didn't... My sister, I still remember the way they...
Wow.
Isn't that what being as the Archon?
Well, what happened after?
I believe she ended up Anyway, place the ancient name up there, and then we'll begin. Surely as the echoes of life, ancient name.
Am I hallucinating?
Kachina!
Huh? I'm not seeing things.
It's okay, Kachina. It's...
Everyone, you have to listen to me. I've been investigating the Night Kingdom this entire time. I was waiting for the Y. The Y-Up saved me. Even though it's past, the Night Kingdom has become...
Don't listen to those. All you need to do is...
It's okay. I've never been strong or special at all, really. So I don't blame anyone for forgetting about me or leaving me behind. I'll find a way back.
You're always like this, I don't know what lies the... You're a victor of the Night Warden Wars. A hero of Natlan. All you need...
I'm... still...
All you need to do is place... No one fights alone. We're not leaving you behind.
Yeah, we're so close. Be careful.
Looks like we've lost contact. This entrance to the Night Kingdom was left behind.
I know.
All right, then I wish you all the best. I'll tell Koichi to be ready just in case. That face you just made.
No, I just...
I'll go with them too. Thank you so much for your...
Now that I've lost Eon-san, I know it's unlikely, but if you...
That won't...
I hope not.
So we're underneath.
That's because in the distant past, Natlan was home to an incredibly advanced humans only established their own society.
So these are Saurian ruins? Wait, you mean like the elemental
Yes, a really long time ago. Very few records have survived. These ruins have been a bit. So what you're saying?
No, it's going to be
It's the pre-adventure.
Of course. I'm eager to get started.
Then let's go.
Seems like the road ends here. How should we get across?
As a professional trainer, I think you could stand to build up your endurance, Paimon.
Professional trainer? Paimon thought you were a warrior from the Collective of Planning.
Well, that goes without saying. But I actually work as a sports coach. I provide professional guidance for many of Natlan's popular sports. And I don't just mean physical training. I design nutrition plans as well.
Ah, so those guys look familiar.
We've fought them before. Let's go. Show no mercy.
Oh, reveal! Stand clear. Enhanced animal model, Shadow Raven, Black Knight.
Let me lead you ahead.
Eyes on me! Absorption test. Whoa, the place we need to go seems really high up.
Midnight Phantasm.
Rain outlines your fate. Rain cutter.
Animal test 6308. Animal hypostasis.
Time to act.
Stand clear.
By royal decree, know my sword. Witness the power of Google power that isn't touched on.
Midnight Phantasmagoria. Absorption test.
Rain outlines your fate.
Enhanced animal model. On reveal.
To ashes.
Midnight Phantasm.
Animal test 63.
This is the final stretch. We just need to climb up, and we'll be there. Nothing to it.
Easy for you to say.
This must be the end.
Yes.
We actually... Okay, Paimon just needs to psych herself up. Hey! You don't have to drag Paimon! You're pulling too hard!
Looks like we made it. This is the night. That overflow of energy is probably what...
From this point forward, everything we know about the...
Paimon's more...
Do you see that patch of light on the ground?
Oh yeah, right in front of us. So that's coming from up there?
Just like I said, our real... If this was the real...
That's it? You really think that little...
So that means all we need to do is find...
Exactly. This light is...
Yeah, these
Those are all manifestations of abyssal power. Be careful.
Ghost! A talking ghost!
Calm down, I'm here to help. You're the ones who... Yes, I'm Vichama's friend, Malcolm. It's like it was... I'm sorry I can only appear before...
No, we should be the ones apologizing. But we had to destroy...
Of course. Under the power of the... Turns out even our...
Whether in triumph...
Exactly. That mean... You're looking for a young girl. I'd like to help her while I'm... Be careful.
Paimon didn't realize it had gotten this bad.
It's like a seething volcano ready to engulf our world at any moment.
Ouch!
Quick, get back here. You can't go wandering off. It's too... Stick close to me. My power will be able to ward off attacks for the time being. You won't be able to keep this up. Let's try another route. This way. Not good. More monsters.
We shouldn't waste our time on them. Outlines your fate.
Eyes on me!
Stand clear. Oh, Paimon can't see anything.
It's easy to get lost here. Just stick close.
Did you hear that?
What?
Never mind.
Don't scare Paimon.
I heard it too.
What did it say?
Doesn't matter.
Paimon just heard it too. Let's keep going. Paimon wants to get out of this place.
We're here, Kachina!
Oh, honey?
Looks like our reunion will have to wait until we take care of...
Good idea. Let's go.
By royal decree, Rain Cutter. Rain outlines your fate.
Absorption test. Stand clear. can appear from in the Wyap's power helped keep.
Had a girl.
Should we start heading back then? Actually, I can't.
That was the Pyro Arc.
In the Night Kingdom, there are 6 main totem poles, representing... You can think of them like there are countless, but if a proxy were to...
Judging by the current still,
I agree. Getting rid of the monster might slow down.
Kachina? What's wrong?
Nothing. Maybe we really should leave. No, just up ahead.
Listen to me, Kachina. Look, you don't have anything to...
All right.
We've already come all this way.
Let's go.
I'll stay here and try to stall the Abyss monster.
All by yourself?
It's all right. I don't have much time left, so go.
Thank you forever.
You're true. Does your head still hurt? Let me help you walk.
I'm fine. You should know I'm made of stronger stuff than that. Wyap! I'm back! My friends and I are here to heal you. Wyap!
So we were right. The contamination is... Alright, get ready, everyone. Time to purge the abyssal energy from the...
Careful. We've got company.
Already?
You really think that you tried to get... He would have dispersed. You may have defeated others of my kind in the past, but no. I thought this naive... That is the ancient name, the Pyro. Don't believe me? Then ask yourself, why is the Pyro Archon strong beyond measure, while you, Kachina...
Kachina, give me your hand. Feel that?
Thanks, Moalani, because I'm not a...
You're right. But you also couldn't be more...
What?
The courage we have to stand before you and not back... The power lies not but in our commitment to uphold...
Well said!
Let's go, Kachina. It shouldn't take more than 2 of us to handle an enemy like this.
Sorry in advance.
There aren't many in...
From the ashes to the...
Carving waves! Amazing!
Is the time for my...
Right here! Down! Ow!
What he gets. Fantastic work, Kachina. This makes me so...
I'm happy too, Moalani. Together we really are unstoppable.
Huh? My ancient name is...
It's probably a project...
Wait.
That was a bold move. Diving headfirst into the fire. Still, seeing you pull it off, everything you said was, it took years. The Pyro Archon. Only then. Tupac.
I've heard that name before.
Since you were able to, under the name Uma.
Me?
As long as its blaze, even amid everlasting darkness, our bonds remain eternal.
So that's what...
What do you mean?
500 years ago?
We can go over the details. What I know bits and pieces, but this sounds like something that's going to need a Okay, that's
I hear your...
great. Well, I was going to ask. I'll keep searching within.
You are all...
Huh?
You are all... Your ancient... Focus on the story of... It gladdens me to see the Pyro Archon's plan go now, my children.
I know we've never met before, Wyab, but thank you for encouraging Kachina.
Whoa! What's going on? And
We're out of time. It's the power of the Abyss. Quick!
it's a Seelie! The Seelie! The opening in the sky! It's closing!
We need to hurry, or we'll be stuck here!
Watch out for the falling rocks!
Quick, through the middle! Come on, faster!
We'll never make it!
You've done well. Now come home.
We're back!
The Pyro Arc...
But she's not here. Yeah, didn't she say...
She's still in the speaker's chamber.
So you're saying...
Every great display... You must feel terrible. Let's get back to the stadium.
I recommend getting a full...
Paimon feels okay. What about you, Traveler? Right.
Let's get going. We need to share what we...
Right.
I'll let her explain everything. Every move we make.
Huh. There's a...
It's good to see you all here in one piece. I know you must have a
Thank goodness you made it back. Take a seat, everybody. All right. I have to say, though...
She's always been special,
Given the current situation, that ability...
Of course.
Thank you, Koichi.
All right. I'll just give it time.
Yeah.
All right. I'll get straight to the point. Natlan is on the verge of destruction.
Huh?
That's right. Our looming destruction.
Mulan told us
500 years ago, unlike the other nation, the battle against the Abyss, even then, and still. The problems immediately after the war. But at that time, our civilization was, if we didn't bring the the Archon.
So that's what. After finding Kachina, since the plan was mentioned in the. But there's still something I don't understand. Those.
Huh? But that doesn't make any sense!
That's right. A god can extend but, as we all know, a human life only by dying.
So, in other words, this is.
Yes. If the Natlan of the future, the goal was to once a tribe, the chosen would then stand.
So that means.
That's right. After your adventure in the night.
So in other words.
Yes. The 6 heroes successfully, once again, it
just like how the.
Exactly. It's just another tack if we want to unblock. So, I've tried my. Currently, Shalonen of the Children of Echoes, Kinich of the Scions of the Canopy, and Iansan of the Collective of During your adventure, you too earned the acknowledgement of your Wayab Mualani. In the process, you gained the.
Well, we have less than.
Yes, but we have no choice. We cannot start the plan. That's also why I haven't been.
But if you knew this whole time.
Perhaps, but the opposite. Just like your determination.
So I suppose you're not going.
That's right. Their time is yet to come. Putting pressure on them before I can only try. I have never believed I could solve this. Natlan's salvation lies. You're quite perceptive, aren't you?
Huh?
Even though I sacrificed my power, after all, in addition to their sentiment.
Fuel?
Yes. The stories embodied over time, they became on their own. Each by burning those items, I was able to activate. It was a rather crude approach.
But what? That's exactly why I dragged you all here. No.
You have nothing to be sorry. And then it would only. Besides, if they knew those items helps.
Even when you put it.
The people and the events of the. If you still have regret, your deeds will become new.
Well, we.
Now that Kachina has returned, we could all use the rest. That. Try not to let it get. All right.
The people of this. It's been really nice. I've witnessed their energy. I'm certain. One day, when I'm no longer in fighting form, I'll come here and tell stories to all the. So, you better get busy, Pyro Archon, or I'll end up running out of stories.
Our nation is in the abyss. My rage. But you came to me because I understand your choice. The heroes of today will forge the path ahead with blood and fire. Just remember, otherwise, rest assured, I'll find a way for Natlan.
So,
You can't ask her those questions and expect her to answer, my dear. We will do everything, even across time.
Yeah.
Oh.
I imagine. Just remember, no matter what happens in the future, we will always love you.
come find you one day. I know I can't live that long, but I'll think of something. There has to be a way for us to meet again one day. If there's an answer out there somewhere, I'm gonna find it. So, don't forget about me.
If that's your decision, then you have my full support, Archon.
May our children live to see such a lovely son.
For Natlan!
No one fights alone.
The rules are my
war for
Who?
We are those who forged. That is Natlan's fire, the lifeblood of our nation.
Koichi! You here for the victory feast too?
Oh, no. It's not that I don't.
Ah, well, you...
She didn't cause any...
Yeah, she was super...
That's good.
Is there a reason you asked?
Maybe it seemed on her impulse to...
So, what you're saying is...
Okay, so anyway, I'm just...
What? Do you...
No way. I appreciate the understanding. Oh, and if you ever need a doctor, you know who to find.
Huh. Who would have thought there was a deeper In the end, it's all the...
Let's give a huge round of applause to our brave young warrior, Kachina!
Woohoo! Well done.
I always knew you could do it.
You're one to talk. Don't think I didn't know you were the first.
I had no choice.
Oh, really? So you weren't just trying to...
I wasn't, I swear, when he insisted on repaying the favor.
But the fact of the matter, I'm really sorry, Kachina.
It's amazing.
So,
Our team captain drank
Sir.
Alright. There's, dear friends, firstly, I'm grateful to this traveler and her companion Paimon. They've agreed to and let's not forget my good friends, Moalani, Chaska, Kanich, and Ayan-san. They all helped the trek. They too deserve to be called our heroes. So...
Well said!
I'll drink to that. How does... To be honest? Well, you better get used to it. Hey, please...
Ah, you're here. Have some fruit juice. I got it specially for you two.
How did you know? That's Paimon's favorite!
You look like you've still got questions. Ask away. Because they had their own lives to live. The thought of telling them, abandon your families and everyone you love, and come with me to the end of time, for in 500 years Natlan will be destroyed, it seemed too cruel. You could just as easily point out that everything in this world would come to an end eventually. But life is short. And beyond a point, it just doesn't seem real. Imagine if I said, let's leave right now and go save the sun because it'll flame out in a few million years. It would sound quite ridiculous. I couldn't make them shoulder that burden with me. Besides, every generation will have its heroes, this one included. The plan could still work without them. Or, of course, without me. But since I was the one who came up with the plan, I felt duty-bound to see it through to the end.
Paimon's suddenly remembering that portrait in your room. Was that your family from back then?
Yes, it was. So when you asked me who my sister grew up to be, the truth is that very little information survives. From what I've been able to piece together, I can conclude with a reasonable degree of confidence that she ended up as an architect and artist. She played an instrumental role in rebuilding the scions of the Canopy tribe, designing and building many houses. But of course, none of her buildings are around anymore. Still, it was an impressive achievement, and I'm very proud of her. You feel loss keenly. It seems to stir up feelings of regret in you. But this is something I have long since come to terms with. This is a war, and there can be no war without loss. I am already far more fortunate than those who lost their lives to the Abyss. The people of Natlan look to me as their Archon, and the weight of their expectations is mine to bear. I must see our fate through to the very end, no matter what I may find there.
Yeah, doesn't that mean the way everything ends has already been written, including your plan?
I suppose, but so what? Don't forget, time takes many forms. The past, present, and future coexist, and all are equally important. Even if the future ends in destruction, there's still no reason to give up on the here and now. And it's precisely because we humans cannot know our fate that we will never give up on our struggle. This is a pivotal moment. We are still 2 heroes short. Well, 3 to be precise. There's one further hero who I'm hoping to get on my side, whatever it takes. Your resistance to the corrupting power of the Abyss is truly remarkable. It would easily make you an all-important figure in the upcoming battle. If you agree to join us, you will not only gain my full support in your journey, but I will also forge a brand new ancient name for you.
Ancient names can be forged?
They can. Several strict conditions must be met, but if they couldn't be forged at all, then the number of them in circulation would have long dwindled to 0. Possessing an ancient name would mean that your adventures in Natlan are recorded in full. Your stories would be remembered by our people for all the years to come. The Ode of Resurrection may have temporarily lost its power, but still, take this as my personal guarantee that I shall never let you fall. Just like in the Night Kingdom, I will be there for you. That is a promise I will fulfill at all costs. This nation always honors its heroes.
Yeah, we can't just ignore the situation here.
Wonderful. Then I'll reach out to Shilonen right away. She's the one who will forge the name. We've never forged an ancient name for an Outlander before, but I trust she'll find a way.
My lord, we've received word that the Pyro Archon has lost much of her power. Although your injury complicates things, this is most certainly the opportune time to seize the Gnosis.
Victory and defeat are rules, not outcomes. I have never taken advantage of an opponent in a time of weakness, and I don't intend to start now. As for you, I must confess, I did not expect that little trick of yours to save the day.
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, we cannot turn day into night. She could have dispelled it. She simply chose not to. You don't have much time, and you're injured on top of that. What do you plan to do next?
I'm beginning to see just how useful you may turn out to be. You heard something from here, didn't you?
Oh, something else you'd like to ask? Well, our intel suggests he hasn't made any new movements yet. Although Kenichi's investigation helped us confirm that he's being aided by someone from the Masters of the Nightwind. I'm getting closer to narrowing down who that may be, but it's still unclear whether this person aided the captain out of willingness or coercion. If you learn anything about this during your adventures, please let me know. Oh, something else you'd like to ask? The Abyss is the most formidable enemy in all of Teyvat. In the beginning, it took failure and tragedy to even begin to learn how to fight back. All of the methods you've seen in other nations were developed based on experience and insight passed down over generations. We know them to work, but few of us actually understand why. It's the same for the method we use here in Natlan. Ever since ancient times, elemental energy has been one of our most reliable weapons against the Abyss. As for the principles behind it, I'm afraid you might have to seek answers from someone older than the position of Pyro Archon itself. Oh, something else you'd like to ask? That also comes down to the long-standing effects of the Abyss. Our people's survival is inextricably tied to the Wyab, but their power has its limits. They cannot offer our people the same degree of protection outside our borders. In fact, people who do decide to leave often suffer from memory loss and emotional issues. Everyone in Natlan understands this. That's why our people never leave without a good cause. Even if someone is left with no choice, the chief of their tribe must seek approval with the Wyab to grant them leave. And the Wyab have always been very strict about granting that approval, since extending protection beyond our borders means consuming power reserved for our fight against the Abyss. Still, there's no need to worry. The Wyab extend their protection to all within Natlan, including visitors from afar. Oh, something else you'd like to ask?
It's rare to meet travelers as strong and brave as yourselves. I raise my glass to you. Anyway, my sister's already gone back to our tribe. She has patients to treat.
Oh, we actually ran into her on the way here and, well, Paimon just thinks she really cares about you.
Yeah, I'm planning on visiting home myself in a few days, to tell her and the rest of the family that they need to be extra careful. I just hope they take it seriously. The Abyss has likely sensed your arrival in Natlan by now, so exercise caution on your adventures as well.
It cost us a lot, but we got
Kachina back safely, and that's what matters. There'll be even tougher challenges coming our way in the days ahead, though. We'll have to train harder, make sure we're in peak condition. That includes you, Paimon. I can do a special one-off session to show you the ropes. Interested?
No thanks.
At previous victory feasts, you'd always find me in the crowd singing and dancing. But after what I found out today, it's too much. I'm still trying to process it.
It does feel weird seeing you so out of sorts.
Is this another pearl of wisdom based on your adventuring experience?
Well, Paimon agrees with the Traveler. Everyone's come together to celebrate Kachina's achievements. That's gotta be a first.
You're right. Kachina looks really happy. And now I'm being the moody one. Ugh, enough doom and gloom. Time to shake it off.
My apologies. I knew more than I let on. Everything comes at a price, and most heroes aren't people who set out to become a hero. If you cling too tightly to your goal, you end up losing things that are far more precious. But in any case, we're now on the same page. I wonder how long before the two final heroes appear. From the Flower Feather Clan and the Masters of the Night Wind.
I've been through so much all at once. Everything still kind of feels like a dream.
Are you still feeling unwell?
Nope, all better now. I told you I bounced back pretty quick, so don't worry about me. I bet you guys must be tired, though. Make sure you get some good rest tonight. You gotta recharge so you'll be in the mood to have fun.
All right, Kachina, let's party!
I'm a little embarrassed.
Don't be. Come on, you're the star of the show today.